Hey, what's going on, guys? Joe the Trobo here, and welcome back. I'm feeling a little bit healthier. I'm still not quite 100%, but I am feeling healthier. You'll still hear me coughing every now and again, coughing in different languages, and the $25 resub from Coder feels bad. 16-month resub. Well, that's not what you want to hear. Thanks for the resub, question mark? Oh, he's probably talking about the H5M thing I was talking about. Which, if you're watching this and you haven't seen any H5M yet, I'm waiting to get my permissions set up correctly. But anyways, that's not this series, so we're going to leave that as it is. If you're looking for updates on that, ask me on Twitter, and I'll be happy to respond to you. But anyways, okay, so this whole thing, we've let it run for a little bit now. I do have all these different who's its and what's its galore. I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously, the original reason why we did this was, of course, to get the rare loot bags and then to actually go look for a saddle within them. I think that this is still pretty okay. I think this will do the job pretty okay. I think it'll be fine. I do think it is probably not quite perfect yet, but we'll get there. Hawks with a 25-month resub at $5. Thank you, man. It's okay. I love you in the end, Coder. Oh, okay. Okay. Feels good whenever I find the old account. Good lord. All right, anywho. So, first order of business today. We are going to be continuing through the achievement book. I'm going to consider this to be the automation of loot bag creation. Check. Opening. Check. And compression. Yes. We didn't do it in that order, but so we did creation, compression, and then opening. So check, check, check. And then that will be it. So next thing on the list will be to work on our sieve chains and stuff like that. So we haven't really done a whole lot of that in this series yet. We did a little bit of it, but not a whole lot. But before, okay, I was like, what the heck is that? But before we even think about doing that, okay, that's kind of concerning. A lot of these disk drives are starting to get kind of full. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and do something for you guys. This has been driving some of you guys absolutely crazy, and I don't know why it is quite doing as much damage as you guys make it to be. I think you guys are overthinking this, to be completely honest. I think that you guys are being a little bit on the, how shall we say, dramatic side. I do not know if it warrants the amount of like drama that has been associated with experienced obelisks. But people have been like, Choco, dear God, if you do not put this thing into an experienced obelisk, we will fight you. It's been on the stream. It's been on comments. I'm going to do it today so you guys can, you know, not have mental breakdowns over the lack thereof stuff. So hopefully that will square you away and you will no longer be in mortal pain. All right, so experienced obelisks. I don't have a solarium. I just don't have this, do I? It doesn't look that hard to make. doesn't look that bad. Let's see here. We have a whole bunch of sag mills, but we really need the alloy smelters. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and yep, coughs are still there. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead, make this. I don't know if we have the ability to make soul sand. Do I have the ability to make soul sand? No, does not appear to be the case that we have the ability to make soul sand. Do I have a way to make soul sand in the first place? Maybe that's the better question to be asking right now. Soul sand. Do I have nether essence? Is unsure if has nether essence. Does not look like I have nether essence. Okay, this is awkward. This is the second thing that we just don't have. Just straight up, just we don't have it. All right, so nether essence. I need to make nether seeds, which requires nether cluster. Okay. Which requires nether rack, so whoop-de-doo. All right, interesting. I seriously have 0 netherrack at all? Really? Okay, well, I didn't see that coming, but all right, well, well, we can do a quick little mosey on to the nether real fast. So let's go ahead, grab. Actually, let me confirm how many of these I need, because this actually would be something that we really should have had at this point. I don't know why I don't, and that's my fault, but didn't see that coming. So I need 8. We need 8 of those bad boys, and then we'll be in good shape here. This shouldn't take very long at all. This should be a pretty easy in and out operation. Shouldn't be anything too crazy. And oh, that horse is 100% gonna die. Unfortunate, my little friend. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead, zip on over to here, and just quickly go get some netherrack. Netherrack, of course, like, so the reason why this is even important in the first place, right, is just having the ability to have netherrack / nether resources are just like, it's one of the base resource things, and it really, I really should not be skimping on any of the base resources. The whole point of Sky Factory is to have like all the stuff, right? Like all the mats and all the whatevers and all the farming. Holy bejeebus. Okay. But yeah, basically all the good gizmos and gadgets. I want all the stuff. So not having all the stuff kind of defeats the purpose of playing Sky Factory. So to that end, I will keep up with the spirit of it, and I need to go find some netherrack. This really should not be hard. Oh. That's fine. Okay. So far, I'm doing an absolutely awful job of this. What? Seriously? What in the world? Question mark. So typically there's like a stairway or something. Ah, there. Wait, no, that's soul sand. Well, fudge. I don't actually know how. Huh? I am a little bit confused. Question marks? Is there another way to get another rack? Thanks, game. You can make it by... Oh, I guess we could do a stone barrel. I guess that would be the main way to do this then. That's stupid. That's really dumb. Okay, whatever. It didn't occur to me, but yeah, I guess there's no netherrack in here. For some reason, I thought that there was netherrack inside nether fortresses. I have no idea why I thought that, but I confused it with soul sand. Soul sand... I think we have a generous amount of at home. Whatever, we'll figure it out. It won't be that big of a deal. We'll figure it out. We'll square it away at some point. Alright, so... off we go to the Wild Blue yonder. And let's go ahead and just get, I guess, this whole thing going. So first check, do I have soul sand? Yes, I do. I have a generous amount of soul sand. Not entirely sure why, but I do have quite a bit of soul sand. I also have... Okay. So I need to make stone barrels. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this bad boy. And we'll just plop one down for right now. I don't really need to do anything too crazy with it. Let's go ahead and get some lava eggs on into this bad boy. And I'm also going to need some redstone. That is not the redstone I am requiring. Okay. And so we just need to do this, a little bit of that, and voila. And I just got to do this a bunch of times. And I don't know why I didn't put them next to each other, so it would be easier to do. That was probably not the best decision. Well, that's okay. We will eventually figure it out. All right, and that's done. All right, so 8 netherrack, check and check. So then this becomes nether seeds. Perfect. Alright, so I need to make nether clusters, yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and make 4 nether clusters. Perfecto. And then I need to make you, and we actually already have a tier 2, which is perfect. Okay, cool. So if you guys remember, I'm actually full on every single level here, which is not exactly what you want to have as a problem. We do have multiple glowstone. I also believe we have multiple prismarine somewhere. I don't really quite remember where. Yeah, okay, so we have multiple guardian seeds. So this is the one that will be voted off the island. Glowstone ends up being super useful just for lighting, so we'll leave the glowstone to do its own thing. There is also the question of wheat. So we technically do have wheat going here. Oh, you know what? We actually haven't automated this whole thing either. Ender chest giving us... I never thought about that, but yeah, we still don't have a way for the ender chest to be getting bone meal and stuff. So our team just gifted a $5 sub to Saturn 5MW. Thank you guys. There's a lot of gifting that goes on my channel. It's kind of odd. Oh man. All right. So anyways, brain back on track. Anyways, thank you guys very much for the sub, by the way. I must sound like the most ungrateful little weasel. Just, I swear I'm not trying to be an idiot. It's just I kind of am by default. All right. Pattern grid. I would like to figure out how to do this. Okay. Alright, so we now have the abilities to create all these really wonderful things for the nether. Cool beans. Do I have a spot for evil, dark things? No, I don't. So instead, we are now going to put you over here. Netherrack, soul sand, solium ingots, or not, well, yeah, solarium, whatever. Ender IO nonsense. I don't think I have a particular place for Ender IO nonsense, but you know what? You're just going to go here. So, tough luck. Alright. Back to where we were going for originally. Experience obelisk. I know it's kind of like, man, that seems like that was ages ago. It was quite a while ago now. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a little bit. But we'll get there. Alright, so machine chassis. We're going to make one of these bad boys. Boom, boom, boom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then we're going to go ahead and make 3 solarium, which should be a relatively straightforward thing. Okay. So 3 solarium underway. You know what would be helpful for doing solarium is if I actually put this into an alloy smelter. That would probably be helpful. I'm not a rocket surgeon, but this would be my guess. Alright, so we're going to cancel the solarium as I put in basically a dud. Then we're going to try it this way. And that should work better. Yes, okay, good. So there you go, one little thing of solarium. That will continue just kind of plopping along. And then we also need to make this, which means I need 2 more solarium and 1 energetic alloy. So let's go ahead and do that. So 2 more of those bad boys, please and thank you. And then energetic alloy. I'll just make 1 extra one. Why not? All right, and then with those things now in tow, we can, whoops. With those things now in tow, I should be able to go ahead and make an experience rod. Experience rod then into an experience obelisk. And then voila. And you might, for those of you who are not familiar with the experience obelisk, you're like, why was everyone making a big deal out of this? Don't worry, it's fine. It's not a huge deal, but this will basically be an infinite storage of experience. It's that's literally it. But people like to give me trouble. All right, so let's see here. I am facing northwards, so I need to make sure that the north is currently set to fluid. That is just going to eat up all kinds of experience. You can see here, I can actually store all my player experience. I can just withdraw whatever I need from it. And this thing is an infinite amount, right? So there's no like cap here. I'm not going to end up being like, oh man, I'm really running low on experience or whatever. I'm going to leave this here just because I think it looks pretty. But we're going to go ahead and just leave this thing running here as well. So any experience that does come through here, it's just going to store it up for me. It's going to make my life a little bit, like that little tiny bit easier. Might even come in handy today. Not really sure. We're actually doing okay on time, a little bit slower than I'd like to be, but that's a-okay. Let's go ahead, zip on over to here. And it's going to store these randy dandy things, as well as the dimlet, because dimlets we are not going to be worrying about right now. All right, so original game plan, sieves. Yes. All right, so we need to talk about sieves. Sieves. Very first thing is I'm going to be making patterns because I am not doing all this a million times. All right, so I need to create auto sieves. I don't actually know if I have the ability to make all the components for it. I guess we'll see. Oh, you know what? Doesn't matter. Does not matter. So an autosave technically is more like, it's more bang for your buck. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense here. The reason why I say that is because we could use a regular sieve, and it is technically more bang for your buck, but the efficiency drops like a rock, right? So it's a question of, do you want it to drop like a rock? The general answer from our side is going to be, no, that's insane. Why would you ever want your efficiency to drop? So we'll just go with this. We also are going to need to learn how to make meshes. I will need meshes at every single level. So we're going to need string. We're going to need flint. We're going to need iron. We're going to skip the mana one, though, which should be absolutely zero surprise to everyone who watches us do any of this stuff on a regular basis, because let's be honest here, we don't really ever do it all that often. We just kind of like, we always kind of just talk about like, yeah, this mythical thing called sieves. Yeah, we've heard of them. We don't really use them, but by golly, when we do a terrible job of it. I mean, what? All right, so let's go ahead, put these bad boys into here. All right, so we have string, flint, iron, and of course, diamond. So we are good to go. Now, it stands to reason that because we have different kinds of meshes, right? We're gonna have string, flint, iron, and then diamond. We're gonna have 4 different tiers. And within 4 different tiers, you have to remember, we're gonna be working with dirt, we're gonna be working with gravel, we're gonna be working with sand, we're gonna be working with dust. Right, so for every 4 of those, or for every one of that 4, we're then going to have 4 on top of that. So in theory, we should have 16 of these bad boys running at any given time. We will hypothetically do that, but that is in the biggest air quotes ever. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to end up running down, but in theory, yes, we should be making all 16 versions of it. You know what? I think actually, it's actually not going to be that bad because I can just automate the whole thing. So I can just say, hey, auto heavy sieve, I would like for you to make, what I say, 16. I don't know why in the world I did that way. All right, so 16. I need apparently, oh dear Lord, I need blocks of steel and stuff. Okay, so we need to learn how to do those things. Auto heavy sieve. Steel ingots. I doubt I have steel. Okay, so we can do, oh god, gosh darn it. There is no winning. All right, jeez. You just want to cry. You just want to weep. Oh, wait, what? No, I don't have them, though. That is a filthy hoax. Yes, it is a filthy hoax. Feels bad. All right. So this is going to be way more roundabout than I bargained for. Okay, so alloy smelter. We're gonna need. Okay, so first off, I'm gonna need to learn how to make just steel straight up. I'm gonna just need to learn how to do steel. YOLO it. All right, so that's now squared. Next, I'm gonna have to go ahead, reach into my little bag of goodies here. Sag mill. I'm going to need to learn how to break down coal, which I'm not entirely sure why I decided to go into that, but hey, works, I guess. All right, so let's go into here. Nope. Yes, alloy smelter, crushed dead gummit. You know, a smart man would look up coal, whatever, and then be done with it. I am not a smart man, so we're going to do it the really weirdly, painfully difficult way. All right. So that's going to go into the sag mill. That's going to beget the coal. I have plenty of iron, and I have ways to make more iron, so I'm not concerned about that. And then, of course, we're going to need to do a block of steel. So let's go ahead. Just, I guess we'll go from here to figure it out. Block of steel, block of steel. All right. Oh, no. I did it in the wrong one. I don't actually know if it matters, in all honesty. I don't think it does, actually. Oh, for God's sake. All right. Steel. Can we not be savages today? Yeah, I did. I was like, did I just like nonchalantly skip over it? And the answer was yes. All right. Oh, wait, and glass panes. I forgot glass panes. Glass panes, actually, we may encounter again. So that one, not as bent out of shape that I need to do that. That's okay. That one is completely A-okay by me. All right, so glass pane, I'm going to put this in the same category as that. Iron and the like, however, is going to go into my magical thing of goodies that make absolutely zero sense to me. So, all right, so that is now all in order. Too bad I put things in the wrong place yet again, because you know me, as bright as a toothpick. What the? Wait, what did I just put in here? Oh, dear God. I picked up the I picked up the other one. I think that's actually the correct one. Maybe. I don't know what will happen. We'll I guess be seeing today if that works. I have no idea what will end up happening here. All right, so first order of business, steel into there, and then sag mill is going to get that in there. And let's see, I have no idea what's going to happen. I would assume that it will work. I have no idea if it will actually work though. So hold on, might as well just go the whole distance here. Do you know how to do this? It claims it knows how to do it. Okay, I see 16 heavy oak sieves. That's a good start. Right. Okay, it failed, I'm guessing. What in the name of... Why do I need so much stuff? What? Oh my gosh, it is working. It just was so expensive. Okay, I honestly had no idea it was that expensive. All right, well, that worked, I guess. I mean, I question if I can really consider that to be a victory, but hey, sure, why not? Okay. Like, look how easy this part is. Like, it's just, you just smack them together and you just boom. All the meshes are now done. How easy is that? But no, it can't. Life can't be this easy all the way around. Feels bad. And now I'm going to have just like a smorgasbord of random meshes in my inventory. Excellente. All right, so heavy sieves are going to be, I don't know, just hanging out here for all eternity. What, is there a way for me to speed this up? Actually, Haru? Okay, so this is just exporting an infinite number of flint. Okay, so that's right. That's at least going correctly-ish. And we have octadic capacitor in there that's going as fast as it possibly can. Okay, I guess that's just, we're just being bottlenecked by the way that the game works. That's okay. All right, so now that that's all in place, let's go ahead and talk about where we're going to put the dadgum thing. I think I'm going to put it over here in this like mob area. I know that doesn't make like thematic sense because I really don't want to. I really don't want to make a new tower. All right, so I'm thinking maybe what I'll do. Yeah, I think what I might do is I might just make this bad boy up top here. I think that's just going to be the way it's going to work. So I'm going to need... This is going to be so ugly. I'm gonna I already know exactly what I'm going to do in my head. And I know it's going to look bad. But you know what? Honestly, there are some days when you just have to just say to yourself, you know what? Today I'm going to be an underachiever. That's such a terrible attitude. I'm sorry, guys. I swear, I'm only partially a potato. Alright, so let's go ahead, zip on back. And then I'm going to go ahead, switch my little goodie bag here out for this. Gonna need pillar. Okay, there is a pillar, and then let's see here. What do I want to do for the last bit? Oh, apparently I fleeped up, and now it is going... Oh, I see what... Okay, so what people are saying is that for the sag mill, I should not let the refined storage try to go off of the maximum value one, as it will cause issues. I thought it still would try to do it. It just takes like 800 times longer than it probably should. But yeah, you are probably correct in that. You are probably on the very, very correct side of this whole thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new one. So let's turn off the crafting monitor here real quick. And then I'm going to go hit up our processing pattern. And then I'm going to look up coal powder. Sounds like a smart decision. And then I'm going to say this. But instead of having blurb? Yeah, hold on. So I'm going to do this. But instead of having everything there, I'm going to leave the flint in there. But we're going to take these two things out. And I'm just going to put that as a pattern. And what should theoretically happen is I'm going to, number one, I'm going to remove all this hot nonsense in a moment here. But I'm going to take this one out. I'm going to put this one in. And that should work significantly better. Is in theory what will happen here. In practice, who knows, but we'll see. Alright, so heavy sieve. Let's go ahead and do 15 of those. And then we'll just go ahead, pop that on in. Okay, there's one auto heavy sieve. Let's see how the crafting monitor is feeling about life. Oh man. This is This will be a while. This is gonna be a bit. I did not remember auto heavy sieves were being this expensive. I'm gonna be honest here. I really, really did not remember that being as expensive as it was. But we gotta do it. We gotta do it for science. All right. So, is there like sounds right now? Like, am I? Okay, I do have sounds on. It just seems creepily quiet. All right, so let me think here. We're talking this thing, so let's do something like this. All right, and then, oh, Maria Pizzeria. I chose to do that in something of an odd, non-consistent way, which is probably not my smartest decision in the world, but hey. None of us are perfect. I am particularly more to the defective side sometimes, so that's okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. I think if like, I feel like I'm like part dog sometimes. I feel like I just hear a voice in the back of my head that just say like, good boy. I don't know why. I think I'm going crazy, guys. I think it's finally happened. I think I finally just lost all the marbles. The marbles are gone. They're lost. They're not coming back. Like, this is the right way to do it. I don't know what in the world I was doing before. And we are definitely going to be needing some more pillars. Pillar, 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 pillar. Pillar? Pillar. Everything's a pillar. Okay, cool. Alrighty, and then we'll just do the same thing over here. Question mark? Wait, this is just 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, it is 4. Fudge. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I did it backwards again. Dadgummit. All right, hold on. We can do this. Dadgummit. All right, so all I need to do, right, is just go like boom, boom. Does this help the cause? No, it doesn't. I'm doing it backwards still. It's supposed to be like this. Oh dear Lord. Like, I don't even know how to explain. Like, oh, what the fudge did I do? Disappointed. Disappointed in myself. I'm just... I should know better. I really shouldn't. I should know better than this. I really should. You'd think after all this time playing Minecraft, I'd eventually just remember like the general way that you're supposed to do these things, but it doesn't happen. It's like the bold brain.exe is just not firing up, you know? Nope. That is incorrect. But I think the other one was correct. Okay, so the idea here, for those of you who are wondering like what I'm rambling on about, you're supposed to do it so you go like, you go to the side, you're gonna break both these blocks, and then the next one, this one you keep, right? So it should be the case that if you do it right, you just gotta do this. We've had to deal with this in the past, so I'm kind of confused as to why I don't It's one of the few like building techniques that like I think is just generally useful to remember, but I can't ever seem to remember it. I don't know what it is about this thing, but if you expect me to remember this, you have another thing coming, my friends, because you're gonna be like incredibly disappointed with your return on investment, shall we say. All right, so here we go. So there's 4. So then I'm just gonna build that up, and then boom, boom, boom. And I think, no. Wait, was that right? It was right, wasn't it? You son of a ferret. Oh, dear. I wish we could make a Chewbacca sound. Also, for the love of all that's good and holy, please do not spoil Star Wars in the comments section or in chat. Don't spoil it anywhere. I've seen the movie. You can't really spoil it for me. But man, if you spoil it for some people, they will, let's just say that they'll go to the dark side of the Force real quick and they will not look back. Coincidentally, you should probably raise your life insurance coverage significantly higher if you do so, because there are some really rabid Star Wars fans out there. Oops. I built it too high. Okay. Is this too high? What are we seeing at 98? No, that is the correct height. This right here is the correcto mundo height. So as such, I shall be doing that. And thus it shall be. Okay, perfect. All right, so now, in theory, hypothetically, as they say, if I do this, perfect, lines up, how nice, okay. And now we do it again. There's been a lot of build episodes lately. I should really do something else. We've been doing quite a few build episodes. One day I'll be like the other kids. Be like be unable to freaking think. It won't be today, but one day. One day I'll actually grow a brain. But you know what? You can't grow things without fertilizer, and fertilizer is poop. And man, I have some poop quality ideas sometimes. That is the way I elect to view the world, and can't stop me. What did I just even do? Did I do that right? I think I did, actually. Holy macaroni. Yes? I again went far too high. Okay, so I think it's just gonna be a matter of just breaking these bricks down. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay. And this will give a little bit more like interesting action here at the top of the structure, which will be nice because this thing was kind of in the sorely lacking of interesting things going on at the top. Although it is also coincidentally going to be way more exciting whenever it starts spawning things that are trying to kill me. So to that end, we're going to be using a new building material today. Lantern. Oh my god. I never learned this. After all that hoopla, after all that hype I built up about this stupid prismarine, I never even bothered to learn it. Makes you question life sometimes. Just sometimes, man. And I didn't even learn the stupid lantern. Son of a gun. Alright. Listen here. We're gonna learn this. I have no inventory space, do I? Son of a goatfish. Okay. We can make this work. Don't worry. I'm just gonna take this. We're gonna throw it on the ground. Perfect. Easy peasy. Easy solutions. Alright, and then I'm gonna just... I don't know. Just... No, I can't put this in here. It doesn't make no sense. Yeah, sure. I don't think we use any of that stuff for anything. I mean, besides other building blocks, right? But I don't think we use it for anything like that is important for like often use. It's just kind of like one of those like every once in a while things. So we'll see. All right, so let's go ahead, just give this a try. Should be relatively quick craft. Yep, there goes. Easy as all that. Cool. And let's see how our heavy. Okay, we're making progress. It's definitely something of a grind, but you know, it's getting there. Let's go ahead and throw these both out and hopefully never pick them up. I keep throwing them to really bad positions. That does look kind of cool though. I'm digging the way it's looking. Can I chisel you? Nope, no chance. Could have sworn I heard something hit something else, but that's all right. Alrighty. I wonder, does that look like even remotely decent? I am of the opinion that doesn't look that great. Oh, you son of a ferret. This is going to return me. Oh, dear Lord. That's going to return me all kinds of bad things. Okay. What about that? Just every now and again. That looks pretty respectable, honestly. That looks pretty legitimate. If I were a building, I would be happy to be adorned by a couple of sea lanterns every now and again. I think that would be perfectly acceptable by me. Okay. And then right here. And I think we're in good shape. All right. Now we get into this nonsense. Sure, let's work with a new texture here. Might as well, right? Future is now thanks to science. Okay. I respect that. Actually doesn't look half bad. I actually think that looks okay. Again, not going to be winning any like awards for how it looks, but hey, looks all right. Could have looked way worse. All right, and then we'll just do like do little things like that. so whenever I look from the outside at it, these parts, like the lantern parts, I think look okay, but this looks ridiculous. It doesn't look right. I think what I need to do here... Oh. I did a dum-dum. I did a dum-dum. In the arms of an angle. Alright. Let's go ahead. Break this one down. Put a sea lantern underneath that. And then destroy it. Like a smart man. Like a smarty McSmarterton man. Okay. And then just plop these underneath. This will keep it so the profile, or not the profile, but like the general shape is consistent. That's what was bothering me, is that it's like randomly just jutting out, sort of, and it just doesn't look right. Just doesn't line up correctly. This will mean that the color is not consistent, but variety is the spice of life, or so I've heard. I don't know why I said that in such a sassy way. Do I have a chip on my shoulder about variety and spices of life? Oh dear. Alright, let's take a look. So this should look better. Oh yeah, that looks significantly better. Yeah, that looks much better. Alrighty then. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna create like a little centerpiece here. Just kind of hope for the best. So I'm going to need, let's just make a bunch more sea lanterns. I'll be fine. Okay. More sea lanterns for the boys. Also going to return these crystals in here. And chisel all into the shape of sandstone, please. Thank you. And then we're just going to redeposit the sandstone back into there because I do not wish to cause fires or fights. Alright. If you can't tell, I still have a huge crush on sea lanterns. No idea why, but just still a thing. Still not entirely sure why I like it as much as I do, but I do. Let's see here. So that's centered, I think. Right? So something like that. So that should be, in theory, centered. Yes, okay, good. Alrighty, and then we'll do just like a little doodah. I have no idea why I'm building it this way. Okay. It made much more sense just to build the whole outer layer. That's alright. Okay. So just kind of a little something there. Alrighty. And let's just go ahead and clean up some of this trash. Okay. And so, hopefully, when you look at it, it looks kind of neat. It kind of looks like it's just kind of a little like floating crystal thing of just light, which is good. And whenever it turns spooky dark, it's also going to create some light for us, which is also good. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, cool. Let's go ahead, zip on back, and let's start to actually get the infrastructure in place. So the question also now becomes, how are we going to do the creation of sand? How are we going to do the creation of gee willikers. So we need to do dirt, gravel, sand, and dust. Is all the things I can sieve? That doesn't sound right to me, and I don't know why. You can sift through sponge? Okay. Ender shard, of course. Oh dear God, I didn't even think about half this stuff. Oh my lord, I completely forgot about soul sand too. A little bit evil, hit like a truck. A little bit evil, killer healing. A little bit evil, slow dive. A little bit evil, visible night. Oh. Okay, so here's the dilemma, right? We can, in theory, use mystical agriculture to supply all these different kinds of things to sift through. I personally do not understand what the point of it would be. I would like for it to be self-sufficient. Whatever system is there is the system that it works with, and it doesn't work off anything else. That's what I would ideally have. So there, I didn't think about this part. So basically, here's the issue that I'm coming with. If I want to, first and foremost, right, like the only thing that will satisfy all these different requirements, be able to supply sponge, and I have no idea about topiary. This I can't even. I would have to like automate the creation of that. But barring. Yeah, barring like some random stuff, like let's just go for the big ones because I think the big ones are gonna be the ones I actually should care about. So the gravel here, so these things actually are, in truth, the most worthless to us, but these are the basic ones, right? So you have gravel, sand, dust somewhere. I don't know where the heck dust went off to. There's dust, and then we also have dirt. These four things are not super useful to us. Does that mean... Okay, so now the question becomes, do I go ahead... I didn't even think about this. Because I just assumed that it was just like gravel, sand, dust, and dirt, and that was just gonna be it. But now that I'm looking at the drops of these things, like they're awful. Like they're actually terrible. What's diamond give me? Okay, this thing is actually useful. So crushed endstone's a pretty big winner here. Cobalt and ardite don't really matter to me. Gas tier and nether quartz is pretty underwhelming. This one is just garbage. I don't even know what I'm... Dang, I guess it's just crushed endstone, honestly. So I just have to hammer end essence? Oh dear. I think the only way to do that would be mystical agriculture. I hate to say it, but I think that's the only way to do it. Because I just don't see anything worthwhile. So okay, so let's break this down, right? Within the diamond, what looks useful? All these things are useful, but we can find much easier ways to get it. The ways that are far superior to whatever the heck we can, like redstone. Just grow a freaking redstone plant, be set for life. Glowstone, same exact thing. Gunpowder, same exact thing. Blaze powder, pretty much same thing. Ardite and cobalt already have this working. No point. Gas tier, we get one thing of gas essence and we'll be set for life. This one, so debatably you can make an argument that prosperity shards, like at some point we do need to refresh our stock. We already have one running for this. It's hard for me to convince myself that, well, yeah, it's hard to convince myself that I need any of this stuff. Yellorium, same thing. We can just make this on mass gold, same thing. Ancient spores we have enough of, or if I need them, I can run it through. But prosperity shards, maybe. I already have an absolute metric buttload of these, and then also the quartz enriched iron. I don't know. I don't know if there's a quartz enriched iron dust thing that I actually need. I'm kind of whoops. I'm kind of convinced that quartz enriched iron. Okay, yeah. I was about to be like, what? Yeah, quartz enriched iron is also mystical agriculture. So yeah, it's just, you just don't have much use out of it. Flint? Like, is there anything redeeming in here? Mineral sapling I will give to it is potentially something that I would actually be interested in doing. Canola, flax, coffee, maybe I care about these things. Although, again, I get one seed and I'm set for life, so. Crushed black quartz, maybe? Are you useful in any way, shape, or form? I just don't see it. I just don't understand what the point of it is. I don't get it. So So with black quartz, I can make a lens. What the heck is a lens? Oh, it's something that is then used to make other things. Lens of the miner, lens of disenchanting. The lens of the miner can create ores out of blocks when it's oh, okay, interesting. Okay, so like maybe there's an argument to be made there. Interesting. So, okay, let's assume that the dirt maybe, this dust maybe, actually it'd be way better to do soul sand, I think, because that's a 6% chance as though a 7% chance. And not only is it a 7% chance, but it's a 7% chance of the actual finished product, so. All this is rubbish. All that's rubbish. It's just so much of this is just garbage. And it's not like even like close to being anything. It's just absolute rubbish. Okay, so even this, the iron sieve will actually replace it outright. This is just, if we have diamond, we get better stuff and better yields, it looked like. So yeah, there's only a handful of them that are maybe useful, and like, it's kind of a stretch because, you know, like crushed black quartz, right? Let's say I do this, I mine up like an absolute redonkulous amount of it. What am I gonna do with this stuff? Item filters, I guess. Like I'm not gonna use it for that though. I guess Actually Additions actually has a fair bit of stuff that calls for black quartz, which is sort of surprising to me. I didn't actually think that was the case. But again, there's black quartz seeds, which begs the question, what in God's green earth do I need a whole thing for? Like, It's just mystical agriculture breaks so much progression. I really shouldn't be saying that considering I'm the one that's like taking advantage of it, but like, come on. This is ridiculous. This is just so OP. So hypothetically, right, we could do crushed endstone. So if we hypothetically do crushed endstone, because that is the most valuable of all the different things, hands down. And then we can make an auto. Okay, so this is causing so many different problems. In my head, I had such a clear plan for this. Now the plan's not going to make any sense. So, okay, this is what's going through my head. This is the issues that we're currently facing. Number one, achievement book is in direct it's opposing my view, right? So this is saying automate storage of ore, which is easy, from an automatic sieve. Like, this is not difficult to do. And we can just check this off just by having attached it for a little bit. Theoretically, you could even make an argument that we've already done this. So, I don't know. I don't know if we should really take this to heart. But then processing sieve materials into ingots, right? That assumes that we basically throw this stuff into like an auto crafter, or I guess it doesn't say automated, so maybe it just means like process them once. We've already done that. I just don't know. I just don't know what. Ugh. I just don't know, guys. I feel confused. Oh my lord. I keep forgetting how much more we have left in Sky Factory. It kind of hurts my brain. What do you guys think in chat? For me personally, I think I'm willing to do this. I think it makes sense that we set this up with we just set up one chain, but the one chain will be endstone, because endstone actually sounds pretty legit. Oh wait, but yeah, no, hold on, but that doesn't even make sense either, because if I do, okay, this is actually well, okay, hold on. To be fair, I do get like the shulker pearl, which I don't think there is a way to get this besides, you know, properly sifting for it or finding it in the, you know, wild world. I don't know what in the world you could possibly do with this besides just having it for having its sake. But so besides the pearl, right, I think I can actually make everything else, if I'm not mistaken. So draconium dust, right, is kind of like, oh, draconium dust. This is actually a relatively big deal item. However, draconium essence. Ah, you see? Okay, so this is going to be one of those like weird catch-22 type things where it's like, it doesn't make sense. Like, there's no reason, like, in order to get that going, the easiest way to do it is to do it via mystical agriculture. And then once you are, like, it just doesn't make any more sense. Catch-22 is probably not the right phrasing for that, because catch-22 assumes that you have something. I'm getting off track. I'm getting very off track. I'm sorry. But and you hit the wrong button. All right, so draconium essence can confirm, not really useful. Ender pearl powder. I'm assuming I just take an ender pearl and I just sag mill it down. So yeah, it's a difficult life, guys. We have too many good things. What the heck? How did you even make it to the other side? Okay. I think what I'll do is I'm going to do just a weird thing. So I'm going to kind of create like a mini objective for myself here. I'm going to actually check this as having been done. Okay. If you guys have a really large problem with me having done this, I guess leave a comment below and we can actually properly do it. I personally just do not know what in God's green earth I would be doing with all these ingots that are just floating around with no actual function. But hypothetically, let's say that if we were to just ignore that, right? Because the processing part isn't difficult. So if I were to explain this to someone, if you want to progress this way, it would look something like you get your auto sieves and whatever set up. The auto sieves go ahead, sift things down. You send them into your tinker smeltery. It populates a smeltery with the little chunks after you've auto crafted them to be chunks, and then it'll cook them down for you. We can even put this in the smeltery, I guess. I don't know if you can put the components into tinkers directly, but you just keep on doing that. You just keep on feeding it back and forth, and then what will happen is you'll go from the heavy sieve into this in some way, shape, or form, from this into an ingot, and then you process that into storage and whatever else. It's really not going to be all that interesting. So what I think I might do is I'm going to probably look into, I don't know how to do this yet, so I have to do a little bit of research. But what I'm going to probably do is next time, we're going to see if we can get refined storage to actually monitor what is going on in our inventory, and then just kind of being like, okay, if you cross, like, if we get below a certain amount of blank, I guess it would be pearls, the shulker pearls. But if we get below a certain amount of blank, go ahead and just start sending materials over to the auto sieve. I just don't know what the point of it would be. It would just be a tremendous waste of resources. Like, we could theoretically make our own, like a separate system that's entirely just meant for this whole thing, right? It's possible. I just don't know what in the world that'd be for. This drives me crazy. I just, cause like this, that's the thing. I just don't know what in the world we'd be doing it for. It doesn't make sense to me. Cause like, I don't know why they put it this way. This actually seems really backwards, cause you don't need to do this once you've passed mystical farming. Mystical farming supersedes all these things. Like, debatably, again, there's like a couple things here and there. I was like, oh, it's kind of nice, but like, between that and chickens, you really have no excuse. My life is a lie. I'm confused. Well, anyways, I want to give it more thought. I think we accomplished it according to the definition set forward in there. I know some people are gonna find issue with that and be like, "No, you didn't like do the full automation of it." If you really feel strongly about this, maybe I'll revisit it, guys. But for right now, I'm thinking that we'll move on. I'm gonna give it some thought. If I do decide, like, yeah, it's kind of fair, I probably should just throw a bone here to it and just kind of do an extra little thing for probably just doing it for like at just the crushed endstone, and then learning how to do like a monitored system in refined storage. Maybe that'll be what I do with it, but again, this is probably not going to be a very big deal thing. But for the heck of it, just for the heck of it, I will not go back empty-handed for today, because I did say that we were setting off for this is the main objective. So what I'll do is this. I'll set up a heavy sieve system. It will not automatically pull, but I'll set it up so I can go ahead and drop things off in the heavy sieve and it'll auto-process it. That'll be what we do. And then, you know, if I decide that's not sufficient, then we can always expand the system. Nothing really difficult about that, so that'll probably be the way we end up going for it. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna just drop that bad boy down there because I completely forgot every other thing. So auto heavy sieve, I'm just gonna put that down there. So, you know, in the case of I want Sakura trees, because Sakura trees are kind of cool looking, I'll just go ahead and drop it off into heavy sieve and it'll automatically process it for it. So, or process it for us. So let me go ahead. Is it a chest? What is that thing that has the incredulously large inventory? It's not drawers, is it? No. Is it like a box? Oh, this is gonna drive me freaking crazy. I know everyone's facepalming right now because some people just remember what it is. Let me go check. Oh, small storage, great. SMH, okay. So let's go ahead, zip on over here. We'll get a small storage crate just so we can drop things off and then kind of move along. So small storage crate. We probably should make a thing for this because I feel like we've made this enough times that it kind of has earned a spot here, which is kind of sad. Wait, do I seriously not? Okay. I'm kind of surprised by that, honestly, but sure. Do I have casing learned? I have machine casing learned. I don't have the other one learned. All right, so let's go ahead. Just quick, nerds. Okay. Let's go ahead. Learn how to do this. Let's go ahead. Learn how to do this. I think that's all I need to learn. And then this does belong in this group of like really ragtag nonsensical things. So let me go ahead and go putting that in there. And let's get her done. Let's go see. So crate, make 2. Okay, so 2 small storage crates done and done. I'm gonna need a flux point to receive energy for me. I'm going to need a transfer node. 2 of them. I'm going to need some pipes. Upgrades. Speed upgrades, I guess, would be the big thing here. So we'll just do some speed upgrades. I do not need 4 stack upgrades. And... oh, wait, actually, hold on. Well... yeah, no, I probably should. Just in case. The thing that I was just realizing was I guess it's possible, like whenever you put something in, you might get multiples out. So it probably does make sense to do that. Okay, so let me go ahead. Put that right there. Put the heavy sieve right there. Attach the flux point behind it. Connect this to the main line. That is now powered. I do need to give it a mesh. Okay, and then we're going to attach that there. Smack that right onto there. Smack that right onto there. Put that right there. Give that a nice little set of upgrades. Nothing too crazy, nothing too great, just a little bit of something. All right, so that is all there, squared away, and then let's just run some dirt through it. I guess we'll, what was it? I think it's diamond meshes. We'll give us Sakura things, just so we can start getting some. We went through the trouble of doing this. We might as well get something out of it. All right, so if I put, can I not sieve dirt in here? Sieve, whatever. I guess not. Huh, really? Wait. Am I crazy? Oh no. I am crazy. I'm getting confused. I'm getting turned around here. It's this. That's what it was. Okay. So actually I want string, because string has like the weird, I can throw whatever topiary grass into there and I get all kinds of random stuff. Some of these stuff, like some of these things sound really good actually, like berries, the Sakura saplings, of course, silver bell saplings. They actually kind of sound nice. So I can't, of all the ones to win, it had to be string. Oh man. All right, so let's go ahead, get that going. Topiary grass. Good lord. So topiary grass. Let's go ahead and make a whole slew of these bad boys. I like how I just made 128, called it a day. I did click it more often, so I'm sure it's just lagging a little bit. Alrighty. So, I'm going to prime this. I'm going to fill this in with topiary grass, and then we're just going to be off to the races here. I'm going to give that a mesh. I'm going to feed it some toast. And nothing is happening. Why is nothing happening? And what? Oh, it can't be done without the heavy sieve. Oh no, you've got to be kidding me. Of all the stupid reasons to fail, it just can't be heavy. Oh, that hurts. That cuts me deep. Can I do like compressed dirt question mark or compressed? No. Well, that's lame. That's actually kind of dumb. I'm going to be honest here. That's a huge letdown. Okay, well, in that case, I'm just going to go ahead and rescind that because that makes absolutely 0 sense now. I guess we'll just look for pearls. I don't know. Let's go ahead, get that switched out, and then we'll call it a day here. I just want to see one pearl, and I'll be good. Although, admittedly, that was kind of like, you know, I was like, oh yeah, this makes sense. I like this plan. And then all of a sudden, just everything went to heck. All right, so diamond mesh. I'm also going to be needing... Well, hold on. So diamond mesh. I'm going to need crushed endstone. I guess we do need a hammer. Hammer time. So let's just do an auto compressed hammer. Okay. I had hopes, I had dreams, I had everything turned to memes. Alright, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. I have 4 things of diamond worth. Come on, guys. We can do better than this. Okay. Thank you. Alright, so... Let's see, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go ahead, smack that into a compressed hammer. And then we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to be knitting one of you bad boys. I'm going to be needing some more steel. I'm just going to make a bunch of steel. Block of steel. Steel ingots. Make a bunch of you. Okay. And then we're just going to go ahead and make one of these bad boys. I'm going to be needing even more transfer nodes. And actually, you know what? I don't think I really need to bring upgrades for this one. Right? Yeah, the heck with it. Whatever. I'll bring upgrades just for the heck of it. Just for the sheer sport of it. This will also bankrupt me on the upgrades, which is kind of nice. Kind of a nice feeling. And I will need a flux point because I'm going to build this vertically. And I'm not going to be sharing things because sharing is not caring. Sharing is just that dirty, rotten communism. Dadgummit. Alright, let's go ahead. And throw in the diamond mesh. Alrighty. So this, again, we don't have to actually act upon this, right? I can just leave this here and it'll do absolutely nothing. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to do that, but it is theoretically possible. Oh, dear god, I need to compress the end stone as well. Oh my god. I need a compressor. Oh wait, I guess well, we can make a compacting drawer. Dear Lord in heaven, this is getting so much more involved than I expected it to be. Okay, so I guess I just need to make another crate. I like how I was like, oh yeah, this will be like a quick little jaunt. Like this will be super easy, boys. No problem. No question about it. It'll be easy. Like forget about it, you know, but nope. All right. I'm going to make an assumption here that that's going to end very poorly for me. All right, so let's go. Whoops. Let's go ahead. Put the compacting drawers away, and let's go and get compressor. Auto compressor. Yes. Do you need power? I don't remember if you need power or not. Oh, you do, you little rat. Okay. No offense, Tex. No offense. All right, so flux point. Oh, God. All right. End stone. This has become, like, way more intensive than I imagined it would be. Like, just entirely way too intensive. Okay, so idea here is that this is gonna, the hammer is gonna break it. It's gonna then get compressed in the compressor. Surprise, surprise. And then we're gonna go ahead and then send that over into here. Which again sounds absolutely ludicrous that it's this many steps, but it is. Okay, so there's the compressor. There's the transfer node. There's a flux point on the back of that, which is going to be coming from the, I guess it can just go straight from this. So straight from here, and then we're gonna need it. Oh my god! Didn't bring another transfer node. Dadgummit. Okay, we're gonna connect this to the main line. If I remember how to do that, even. Good lord. And then we're going to connect this to the main line so I can start booting up. And I can't even put it in. You have got to be kidding me. Are you kidding me right now? Maybe it's because it's not already compressed. Maybe I actually have to add another whole thing into there. Can I compress you right off the rip? No. No, I cannot. Okay, I'm getting mixed signals here. I'm getting really confused. What the heck is going on? Can I compress it then via that? I can't compress it manually, apparently. But it looks like the compressor can take care of it. So if I just like throw you... Okay, yes, that works. Okay. But that just created smooth end stone. Question mark? Like what? Compressed. Do I compress it again? No, it won't be accepted in there. Can I throw this into there? No, I can't throw this. What is happening? I don't understand. Like, that makes sense, right? Like, I'm not just... Oh my god. Is it broken? Is this just like a broken path? My brain right now, I think I can't even at the moment. This makes absolutely zero sense to me. I don't... More compressors? What do you mean more compressors? What more compressors can I can't put this back in. So if I remove all these, right? I have a whole bunch of the smooth end stone. I can't put the smooth end stone into here. The only thing it creates is more smooth end stone. Which begs the question, what the heck do I do? Can I do anything with smooth end stone? Am I missing something here? No, because that's part of tiny progressions. I'm confused, super confused. I don't have any sense of what's happening here. I think I'm losing my mind because all of a sudden none of this stuff works. I'm so confused. Okay, there's compressed ender gravel. I don't understand. It's like some horrible joke. I don't understand this. Okay, so hold on. Let me get this straight. Compressed end stone will beget crushed end stone, right? So if you get a compressed end stone, you break it down, you get 9 crushed end stone. Yeah? In the same way, if you take regular end stone and then you smack the bejeebus out of it with like a hammer or whatever, it's gonna get you just the crushed end stone. Crush end stone and put 9 of them together and you get compressed ender gravel. Compressed ender gravel does absolutely nothing. You can't do like compressed ender gravel. It's like what? I don't understand. I'm confused. I want to get here. I want to get to this. But in order to get to this, I need to get to this. In order to get to this, I need to go ahead and break it down with a hammer, but I can't get to there. How does this make sense? This is gonna drive me crazy. So like hypothetically, right? So hold on, I'm gonna make a little hammer here. And I'm gonna just go ahead and just for science, yeah? I'm just gonna take a bunch of these little blocks and I'm just gonna bang. Crushed end stone, yeah? So if I take this crushed endstone, can I then make this into this? Yes, I can. So I had to have to manually break it with a hammer in order for this to work? So if I were to do this, right? That worked. And there my guy goes. But I have no way to make that automatically. Because this thing doesn't work. Compressed endstone doesn't exist. The cake is a lie, guys. I didn't want to have to be the guy to break it to you. I'm gonna have to call it soon here for the episode, but the cake is a lie. Cause crushed endstone, this thing isn't just a bloody lie. It's just. I'm so confused right now. Like I'm legitimately just like bewildered. I don't get what I'm seeing. Oh, cool. I'm level 81. Like, what is happening right now? What is happening in my world? Chance icosahedrons are back. Oh dear mother of God. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to call it there for today. My brain just broke and it's in just thousands of little choco pieces, and it's just I need to keep what little sanity I have, and this is not gonna help that at all. I don't understand. It must just be a broken pathway. That's just the only conclusion I can come to, is that at some point somewhere, it's probably because there's smooth endstone and that's conflicting with this mod, and it's not allowing it to communicate properly, or it didn't update the definition of being like, hey, by the by, ex nihilo essentio or whatever, you need to not refer to this because this does not exist. So, because like there's no way to, I don't have a recipe for it. I have no way to make this. I mean, maybe if I just take straight up endstone, wait, hold on. Can I do that? Can I just be like, yo, dog, give me, if I do this, can it, no, like, see, like it doesn't compress into anything, and that creates smooth. And I don't know what's happening, guys. I'm so confused. I don't get. If you guys enjoyed this episode, I don't know what is going on in your brain, but something up there is probably just not working right, because this has been confusing as all heck for me. I can't imagine how annoying it must be for some of you guys. But believe you me, if you're annoyed, I am too, because this has just been weird. Because I was like, oh yeah, we're going to go look for this stuff. And I looked at it, I was like, actually the loot tables look pretty terrible. I don't really want to do it. Then we got into here, we set this up, and yeah. None of this makes any dadgum sense. So where we are right now is, as promised, I did deliver the ability to sieve, right? I can actually sift through things perfectly fine. Just drop it in here, it'll sift it at the diamond level. I can switch it out with like string, flint, iron, whatever. That's not a big deal. That's easy to do. But the big thing here is, number one, I can't use the Britannia thing. Number two, I can't do endstone, which is the only one that really had anything worthwhile. Like, maybe I'll get a couple of trees, but it's just not, I don't get it. Just take care of yourselves. Subscribe if you're new and you want to be alerted as to when the next thing is. Hopefully the schedule will be starting to go back to normal at this point when you're watching this. I'll see you all another time. Take care. Ciao for now.